Do you need to add a little bit of light to your backyard when it's dark out? Well, maybe these are exactly what you're looking for. What's up? I'm Jeff. Welcome back to the backyard. This is Fun Size Adventures, where we try to help you and your family have little adventures in your own backyard and maybe save some money along the way. If you've been following along for any length of time, you know that this spring we built the ultimate backyard campsite back in the woods behind our house. And we've been having a ton of fun camping out there so far this summer. But through the middle of the summer, it doesn't get dark until close to like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So being that we have young kids, we're just not out there in the dark when we're having our campfires. But now that fall has arrived, we had a camp out there the other night, and it got really dark. It was like a little bit too dark even with the fire going, so we need to brighten the situation just a bit. But that campsite's far enough from our house that to run a wire out there would just not work. It's just too far. So I thought that I would give these a try. These were 50 bucks from Amazon. These are the Brightech Ambience Pro Solar LED. I can't read upside down. These are the Brightech Ambience Pro solar powered string lights. As far as what's in the box, you've got little cards about thanking you for your purchase, warranty information, that sort of thing, and then it has the instructions, which tell you the basics of everything you need to know. So these come with a little solar panel that you can put onto a stake onto the ground or attach with a clip to a tree, which is what we're gonna do. And this should give it enough power to give off a little bit of light. It's only 1 watt of power, so it's not gonna be that bright. The string is 48 feet long and it has 15 bulbs along it. And my hope is that this will string between the trees around one end of our campsite where the campfire is and give just a little bit of light to the edge of the campsite so the kids just don't disappear into the darkness and get snatched by something, like a bear. So without further ado, let's head back to the campsite, get these strung up, and see how they work. I'm standing in the center. This is where our fire pit normally would go. My thought is that this tree, ouch, that's hurting my hand. My thought is that this tree should be sturdy enough to attach the solar panel to, and it has, this is kind of the southern sky here, so it should get plenty of sunlight that way. And then I'm gonna string it between these small trees that ring our area here. Since this tree doesn't have anything to clamp it to, we're going to take this ratchet strap and clamp that around the tree, clamp the solar panel, clamp onto that. There's also these adjuster knobs on the solar panel so you can get it angled at the perfect angle to catch the most sunlight. I'm being careful not to string the lights too tight though, because if the wind blows these trees, I don't want them to pull on the cords any more than necessary. There's also a little connector here where you can disconnect the solar panel from the string of lights, which I wish I had known before I tried to put this together. After everything's up, there's a little switch on the back you want to flip to on, and then you should be good to go. Ow! You all right? Ow. Did you fall? All the lights are hung. They ended up just making it about halfway around my area here. That's a good half of the campsite area. That should give us a little bit more light. I put the solar panel on this tree facing directly south, but it's already later in the day. It's just about dinner time, so the sun's already way over here. So it's not gonna get any charge today. It's gotta be out here fully charging in direct sunlight for a couple days. So let's fast forward 48 hours. It's been 3 days. It is about 10 minutes past sunset. As you can see, the sky still has some light to it, and these lights have not turned on yet. 2 of the last 3 days have been great. They've gotten plenty of sunlight. Today, it was pretty much overcast all day, so there'll be a little bit of a test to see if it was enough to charge them that well. But right now, we're just waiting around here, getting ready to enjoy some s'mores, and hoping that these lights will turn on in the next few minutes. All right, so it's about 20 minutes past sunset, and the lights just popped on. For some reason in my head, I thought they were going to fade on, but they just kind of went pa-pa-pa, and we're on. That's how bright they are. It's hard to tell exactly how much light they're giving off yet because the sky is still fairly light. It's getting darker, but we've made a discovery. I have this light out here with me to try to take some photos, and I noticed if you point the light at the solar panel, the string lights turn off. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Pretty much instantaneously. So at this point, with the sky just about dark, it's hard to tell on the camera here. The lights just kind of look like points of light that don't actually make anything brighter. But for a point of reference, here's this. Here's my hand next to it, fading away into the darkness. So they are giving off a little bit of light. Not a lot to like read by or anything, unless you're really close to it. But that's kind of what I wanted. It was just something to make it not pitch black back here. So my verdict is, when you're here in person, they do give off a little bit of light, just enough to kind of fill in a little bit of the darkness that was around the edge of the fire pit. It's just not getting picked up very well by my camera. Is just a GoPro. Doesn't have a big enough sensor to really show you the low light conditions here properly. They're only 1 watt light bulbs, so they're not going to give off a lot of light. But for the purpose of this, they're just what we needed. They're not going to cost us any electricity because they're running off that solar panel. And the temperature, according to the paperwork, the temperature ranges of these should work year round. But we're just going to have them up here basically for the fall. And then once the snow flies, we're going to take them down. This is just going to be like a fall thing for our yard. We're out here trying to enjoy some fire pits. If you want to know more about this fire pit, which is a solo stove bonfire, click on this video right here. Until next time, get out there and have a fun-sized adventure.
Your...
That didn't go.